Hey guys, so this is Iman. She's from the previous mock driving test video that I uploaded just a couple of days ago, and the reason why we're doing another video is because she's going to share her driving test day experience, what happened, and how she got on. The reason why I'm doing this video is, one, she's local, whereas a lot of the learners come from quite far away, so I don't get the chance to, want to do pass. Nearly everyone that does a mock test passes at some stage or another. I don't get to do a video of the actual driving test day experience. But the main reason is because obviously a mock test didn't go that well, and the mock test was about 2 weeks ago. So obviously wasn't on Sundays when I uploaded, but the actual mock test was 2 weeks before the real test. And the comments on the video we're like, for example, I've got one here, so I'm only going to go through one of them, and so this person's obviously Iman saying, I think I did alright, I definitely need to improve on some things. That's got to be the understatement of the year. She's going to need a miracle to happen for her to pass. Then again, stranger things have happened. So like, obviously I think it's pretty obvious how she got on with the test. So Iman, do you want to tell everyone what happened on your test?
I passed first time.
Okay, so another reason why I'm doing this video, so those learners that have just got a couple of weeks for the test and you're panicking, let's listen to what Iman did within those 2 weeks. So mock tests are quite important. I think you didn't really do any mock tests with your instructor.
No, probably maybe just one before my actual test.
Good.
But the first mock test I did was with you. Pretty much,
and that's why these mock tests are so important. They're just there for you to know where your weaknesses are. So from that mock test, you obviously got 10 serious faults. Okay, and then from there you had after the mock test, you weren't feeling the best, were you?
Not really,
And I did say you've got, like, if you do about, 5 or 6 lessons, you can sort the stuff out, So, after that mock test, what did you do? You had 2 weeks, didn't you?
Literally, I think 2 days later, I had another lesson. Tried to improve on the things that you've told me to improve on, had to switch on.
Did you tell your instructor you had a mock test?
No, I didn't say.
So how did you get across that? I want to work on this. Did you just tell him?
Well, to be honest, I said, can we work on roundabouts more, work on the gear thing, how to go on to first without having to fully stop and then go on to first gear.
Because that was
at junctions sometimes as well.
Because that was the other thing, the gear thing that you explained, that was because you were coming to the end of the road and just rushing out. Again, for those that haven't watched the mock test video. And, so, and how many lessons did you have?
I had about 5 or 6 lessons after the mock test. And then pretty much literally just did my best and was so switched on because I didn't want to make any mistakes.
And let's talk about your testing. So what is it that you did?
Oh God, I was so stressed. I had 2 lessons before my test.
So when you say 2 lessons before...
As in 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours.
So I had 1 hour, I think from 11 to 12, and then from 1 to 2, and then we went to the test centre, Wolverhampton Test Centre.
You tested at 2:20 something then?
2:22, I think it was. And then I had a woman examiner, and she was quite nice. But my first thing was, literally, I was sweating, I was so stressing, I was so scared. Oh my God, I may fail. That literally was my mindset, but I think I should have swapped it and I should have been positive.
Sorry, just interrupt. How did the lesson go? You said you had a couple hours before the test. How was the lesson? Did they go smooth, or were there quite a few mistakes?
I actually was struggling with forward bay parking. I absolutely hate it. I quite like the reverse park, which I had on my test, which I was quite grateful for as well.
Reverse bay park?
Yeah, that's what I had. And literally the lesson before my test, it was an empty roundabout and I forgot to signal to go on the 3rd exit, which is quite silly of me.
You forgot to signal to exit
to the right.
Oh,
and then I signalled left. Checked mirror, centre, left mirror, then signalled left. And he goes, "You've never signalled right." I was like, "Really?" I was so focused on I may fail to the point where I couldn't even focus on the actual lesson that I had.
You're thinking about
but it should not be like that. You should be calm. You should have a positive mindset and just go into the test thinking that you are going to pass, because once you think that you are going to make it, it does make a difference, to be honest.
It's so normal. Like, it doesn't matter how much you say, everyone's going to be stressed on the day.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you keep thinking about negative outcomes, I'm going to fail this and that. Yeah.
I was literally having nightmares a few days before, thinking, oh my God, I may pass, I may fail, I may pass, but just don't overthink it so much. It is an important thing, obviously, and you know you want to pass, and you've been waiting for God knows months or years, but.
Yeah. And especially because you can't get test dates straight away, everyone is panicking a lot more.
Yeah. And which happened to me as well, because when I was looking through to test it, I thought maybe I should change it, but then there was no test until October, and I was like, I'm not going to wait that long, I'm just going to take it, and I leave it in God's hands and just see whether I'm going to pass or not.
More about your test. You had the reverse bay park, which went well.
Yes, It was at the very end. I did that at the test centre.
Okay. And were there any times during the test where you thought you'd failed?
Oh God, yes. Well, at first she started me with the maps, so I had to do the sat nav first, and I didn't do it much, so I probably only done it twice or 3 times.
Okay.
So I was like so scared that I may take the wrong turn or anything, but no, it was quite well as well, because I knew the roads as well. But there was one thing.
Just on that point, yeah. Okay, so if you do take a wrong turn, guys, it doesn't matter as long as you've done it safely, yeah. Okay, so they're not too concerned about that. Sorry, what was that one thing you were saying?
I was on the dual carriageway to Dudley, and obviously the speed limit is 50, so I was trying to, build up speed, went on to 3rd gear. Then the moment I wanted to go on to 4th gear, this has never happened to me before, not on my lessons, never. The gear wanted to go on to reverse, so it was out of gear, which was quite scary for me. So
what did you say? The gear wanted to go on reverse?
Well, instead of going on to 4th straight away, I must have pushed it from this side, so it kind of went off. Well, it didn't go on to reverse, obviously, because otherwise God knows what would have happened. But then I quickly fixed the issue, and as I was driving, I looked at her and I said, I'm so sorry, this has never happened to me before. And she was like, don't worry, don't overthink it. In my head, I'm like, she's trying to calm me down before the storm of Iman, you have failed now. But no, literally when I got to the test centre, at first I tried to do the reverse bay parking, and obviously I could see from the window that the back wheel was on the white line just before I went in.
Yeah.
I was like, no stress, I probably failed already, I'm just going to fix this bay parking.
Good.
So I went a little bit forward again, turned it this way, then turned the steering wheel that way, came in, I had more space on that side, so I turned the steering wheel a little bit and then back into straight. Was perfect.
Good point there, yeah. If you have messed up a manoeuvre, just readjust, don't just stop there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't give up, trust me.
Good, so when you got that accidentally was about to get reverse gear, did it make that sound as if something's about to break?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, quickly, I literally fixed it, so it's not like I lost control over the car.
And you thought that was a serious fault?
Oh, I thought that was my serious fault, that's it.
Okay.
Because I literally was like, I quickly fixed it, so at the end she explained to me that I did not lose the control over the car. So perhaps if I went, oh my God, what do I do? And then she helped me, that would have been a fail, obviously.
Yeah.
But she said, no, you didn't fail. So my instructor was coming, and I just looked at him.
Before we get into the end part,
yeah.
Okay, were there any other parts, or was that it, where you thought you'd messed up?
No, that was the only time I thought that I've messed up.
How many minors did you get?
6 minors.
Okay. Right,
Don't bully me for that, guys.
6 minors, fine. I don't like. With my learners, even if they get like 14 miners, if they've passed,
you
passed your test,
passed,
okay.
yeah.
Right. So, because it's so easy to pick up a serious fault, yeah. Okay. I always say to my learners, if you're going to do faults, I don't mind minors. Do 10, 15 minors.
Yeah.
Just avoid that serious one. Yeah. So now talk us. Obviously, you've got the test. Got to the test centre. You've done the reverse bay parking, and then. Obviously switched off the engine, the instructor's coming towards your car, and the examiner's filling in some paperwork before they tell you if you passed or failed. So tell me how that went.
To be honest, I kind of wanted her to tell me before my instructor was here, because I didn't want to be embarrassed and scared. But then obviously he came over this side, and I'm still in the car, and I looked at him and I said, I had a disappointing face, a sad face. I was like, I made such a silly mistake, that's never happened to me before. Just about to say what was the mistake, she said, no, you've passed. I looked at her. I wanted to jump and hug her because she said, I've passed. I was like, really? She said, yeah, you have. And then I said, but what about the mistake I made? She said, because you didn't lose the control over the car and you quickly fixed the issue, it was not as serious.
Yeah, the main thing is you kept control of the car.
But honestly, I think one of the things that was concerning me is you keep overthinking about the mistake that you make, whether you should actually just get on with the rest of the driving test, because you need to try to make it as perfect as it can be, so then you basically can pass, or you have to be confident.
Like I said, always say, as long as the examiner hasn't gone for the pedals here or
steering wheel.
Yeah, any other mistakes, at no point should you think you've failed.
Yeah,
because some people think that and they don't bother with the rest of it.
Yeah.
So what would be your main advice to people who've got their test coming up in a couple of weeks, and then in your situation where they still feel they've got a bit to do?
I'd say definitely watch videos. Have a look at the tutorials, like the mock tests. It really does help, because I was literally just scrolling down your TikTok page. Okay, oh my God, they made that mistake. I'm not going to make it. And I literally told you during the mock test, if you remember, I said I've been looking down. I'm saying I'm going to close the door properly. That was my first thing.
Sorry, just on that point, apart from the mock test, there's one other video which I'll put the link up here, where I do a demo drive on every topic. It's about a 20-minute video. If you got your test coming up in a few days and you only got time for one video, make sure this is the video you watch.
Even I watched that after I've passed. But definitely watch the videos. Literally write down or type down on your phone things that you need to improve on as well, and just tell your instructor, don't be shy, say I need to work on this, I need to work on that. Because sometimes instructors will just make you drive on the road when you can drive perfectly fine.
That's exactly what I told you. Sorry for interrupting. What I told you at the end of your mock test. Well, tell your instructor this is what I want to work on. And you guys don't be afraid to do that.
And he was quite helpful as well. He just let me practice the things I needed to practice. But again, get yourself an instructor that won't stress you out and shout at you, and get yourself an instructor that will actually motivate you, encourage you to drive properly. Don't be scared that you have an instructor that's not good as well. Just try and change them if they've been horrible to you.
That's really good advice, when you first start out. But if your test is a couple of weeks away, it's going to be too late to do that.
That's too late to do so.
But that is good. If you're starting lessons and you feel this person's you don't feel comfortable with them, you don't have to continue lessons.
100%. Okay.
Right, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this video, and all you guys, with those comments that were saying, a miracle would be needed. A miracle happened then,
But guys, most of my mistakes were just lane discipline and the left mirror check, so it wasn't...
The thing is, when I do a mock test with someone, it's like I said to you as well, I said you can easily pass, if you fix this. You need about 5 or 6 lessons, and you did that. You took 6 lessons, you worked on what you need to work on, Some people come for a mock test and I'm straight up, look, change your test date, because even when I'm telling them the faults, they don't understand. You were understanding everything I was telling you, were like, oh and then even through that video when we sorted out your junctions a little bit, you're like, okay, this makes sense.
To be fair, I like to acknowledge my mistakes. I'm not the kind of person that will say, but no, I could have done this, or it's just, I know my mistakes, I need to work on them, and that's what I did. And I took your advice and I just told my instructors this is what I needed to work on, and it was perfect.
Brilliant. I'm so happy you passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking the time out and doing this video. And for those of you got your tests coming up, guys, good luck, all the best, and don't forget to like and subscribe.